with us right now. Senator, I know you pretty well. I know you've got, I think, 4 kids, and I bet your sons in particular have been influenced and impacted in a significant way by Charlie Kirk like mine have. In fact, our kids have gone to one of the same schools. I don't know if you know this, Senator, but the kids at our kids' mutual school all wore jackets and ties, which they are not fond of doing, in honor of Charlie Kirk today, basically the entire school. What was your reaction when you saw and heard what had happened? What should happen next?
Well, I've known Charlie for years. I wasn't close with Charlie to the extent, never took a vacation or something like that. But when we'd see one another in a room, we'd always make our way across to shake hands. And, how are you doing? I was thinking the last time I saw Charlie was at Mar-a-Lago not too long ago. But it just, as a parent, it just strikes deep. Not only the influence on my sons, and I tell you, my sons share something with Charlie as well. My boys are both Eagle Scouts, as am I. So was Charlie, was an Eagle Scout. And Charlie's a little bit older than my sons, but, I have a very parental view of young people like Charlie who are willing to enter the fray, to be the man in the arena, so to speak, and to step up and engage and debate and basically bring out what's best in America. That's the freedom of speech that we have that no other nation enjoys. And to see that curtailed in such a tragic way is heartbreaking to me. It's just heartbreaking, Clay.
Senator Hagerty, appreciate you being here, and it's a tough day for the whole country. We were prepared to have a remembrance of 9/11, and then this terrible incident became something that it's just so many of us couldn't sleep well last night thinking about it, the grief that has spread across the country. What would you say to everybody right now, especially to a lot of, you have young boys yourself, to the parents out there who are worried about how this is going to affect their sons and daughters who looked up to Charlie?
Well, I don't think this should impact the degree to which they look up to Charlie at all. In fact, I think this is going to raise the respect for Charlie and raise the attention level in a way that is well-deserved but sad at the same time. Charlie certainly didn't aim to be a martyr, but he has been pushing for a cause that's been vitally important to him. I think it's vitally important to our nation. And his willingness to engage, to debate, and to clarify for young people so they could actually see the truth and cut through the noise that you spend time. Clay, Buck, you both spend time cutting through the noise in the mainstream media, the obfuscation that takes place, the politicization that takes place in the media, the silencing that takes place. Charlie was a beacon when it comes to standing up and bringing the truth to light and enabling a real discussion about issues rather than just spin all day long. Charlie was willing to engage. He was willing to listen to different opinions. He was willing to argue in public in a respectful manner. This is the way our founding fathers designed this nation, to respect and support just that type of interaction. And what happened was an act of cowardice, first and foremost. Only a total coward would do something like that. And someone with such a narrow mind that they think the only way to address a difference of opinion is to shut the other side down. It's a manifestation of what's gone so deeply wrong with the whole cancel culture here in America. And anyone, and I'm sad to say it, but there are people that are actually trying to justify this or in some way even celebrating this. That dehumanizes not only those of us that care, that have heavy feelings, it dehumanizes the person that could possibly think that way. And we need to get back to the basics here in America. We need to get back to fundamental respect. And again, it's heartbreaking to see what's happening, what has happened, I should say, with Charlie's loss. But I hope that it'll be a chance for America to wake up, for our young people to wake up and say, this young man stood for something quite important. And I think he's going to live on in our memories for years and decades to come.
We're talking to Senator Bill Hagerty of Tennessee. This is happening all over the country, sadly, but it happened where you and I happen to both live in Tennessee. A Middle Tennessee State University dean, and I know there's a lot of different deans, a student-affiliated dean, celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. MTSU, the college, has terminated that person, and they are no longer employed by the university. But sadly, Buck and I have been talking about this, Senator. It's one thing to disagree politically. It's entirely a different thing when someone is assassinated to celebrate the assassination, which we are seeing take place all over the place, including sometimes at public universities. How do we restore the soul of the nation? It's a big question.
It is a big question,
I'm
Clay, but I think you're
incredibly
asking the right
troubled.
question.
Buck is too. It's indefensible, the reactions we are seeing. What should happen? What can we do to restore that soul?
Well, the particular incident that you're describing was extraordinarily disturbing to me, and I know it was to you and everybody else. Middle Tennessee State University is, by population, by student population, the largest university in the state of Tennessee. A population, a state with over 7 million people. MTSU is our largest college, and to have I think it was the assistant dean of student services or dean of students make a statement that in any way, in any manner, could be interpreted as celebrating it, as showing zero sympathy, I think is a direct quote from what I saw in the person's communique. What a terrible message that sends the students that you're supposed to be there to support and teach. If that's the type of indoctrination and teaching that's going on, something has sadly failed. And I applaud Dr. Sidney McPhee and the leadership there at MTSU for dealing with this right away. I'm friends with most of the members of the board of directors of that university. I know that they would abhor this sort of thing. And these rogue faculty members, and there's no other way to describe it, people that are in a position of responsibility and trust with respect to our young people, particularly the audience that Charlie was so good at reaching and touching. For someone like that to step up and say what they did is abhorrent, and I'm thankful that MTSU acted swiftly to discharge them.
Senator Hagerty, we appreciate you making the time for us, sir. God bless you and your family and your children. Thanks for being here.
As always, thank you for having me. All the best.
That's Senator Bill Hagerty. Does great work for the state of Tennessee. We'll come back. There were reports that there might be a press conference, just to update some of you. It now appears, Buck, there may not be a press conference. So we're unsure exactly what is going to happen, but obviously we're going to continue to update you. And if it doesn't happen, then we will certainly, Sean Hannity, I'm sure, will be following this story on many of different stations that you are all listening on right now with all of us. But I want to tell you, having your identity stolen online is a real thing. Happens to tens of millions of Americans every year. Happens most often when a cyber hacker breaks into a company's database and steals customer data. That could be names, addresses, credit cards, birth dates, even social security numbers. It's important to understand how cybercrime and identity theft are affecting our lives. You want LifeLock's online identity theft protection. It's the best defense out there. And if you do become a victim of identity theft and you're a LifeLock member, you can rely on dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialists at LifeLock that will work with you to help fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Become a LifeLock member if you aren't already. Join now. Save 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go online to lifelock.com. My name, Clay, as the promo code for 40% off. Terms apply. That's lifelock.com. My name, Clay.